And making his way to the blue corner, Vladislav SMIAHLIKAU of Belarus, 32 years old, has had a fight in IBA Pro, has had plenty.
Your judges for this contest come from the United Arab Emirates, from Serbia, Colombia, Sri Lanka and Kyrgyzstan.
Got to the Tokyo Olympics. SMIAHLIKAU lost to David Naika, a silver medalist in the 2019 European Games, where he missed out to Muslim Gadjimagomedov, who is here in the heavyweight division. He's boxing World Championships, European Championships, in both of those on more than one occasion. So he's got a ton of experience. So our final fight of the session gets underway. MURIITHI of Kenya in the red, Vladislav SMIAHLIKAU of Belarus in the blue. And we've seen two early finishes in our two super heavyweight fights so far. Trying to get close there to land that left hand, MURIITHI. That's a good right hand from MURIITHI, well placed. And SMIAHLIKAU is just allowing him to walk in on him a little bit here. He's got to get that jab going, the big Belarusian. Uppercut there from SMIAHLIKAU was well timed as MURIITHI was coming forward. Just pecking with that lead hand a little bit, SMIAHLIKAU. It'd be good to see him put a little bit more heat on that, but he is beginning to get it to work. The 1-2 there, the right hand came through after it. Nice and heavy. There's a good right hand there from MURIITHI, whose method at times has been fairly effective. He's fought in bursts really in this opening round. But when he's warmed to the task, he's had some good success there in the opening round. The Kenyan SMIAHLIKAU had spells himself. He picked his moments nicely, the Kenyan. He didn't seem like he was in range sometimes, and then he just kind of ghosted in, and that right hand travels further than you think it's going to. And the more eye-catching work of the two of them did come from him. SMIAHLIKAU's best spell was in that final minute, maybe kind of second half of the round up until the very end when MURIITHI finished strong, and that's reflected on the scorecards, a 4-1 split. I think he needs to be busier, SMIAHLIKAU.
Round
Just pump
2.
that jab out, use that jab, because as I say, I think MURIITHI will look to try and pick his moments, fight in bursts a little bit, but he's nice and loose. And he's always got a good shot in him. Good jab there from SMIAHLIKAU, but again there MURIITHI just steps in and lets a couple go. And both of them just trying to work their way out of this left-hand side of the ring, and the referee's letting them, which is always good. And there's that right hand again. It just kind of extends further than I think SMIAHLIKAU thinks it's going to. And he's getting on top of him again on the ropes here, and then the Belarusian rather, managed to turn him, which was quite key, I think, because he looked capable of doing a bit of damage there, maybe, MURIITHI. And there's that right hand again, which just seems to put SMIAHLIKAU onto the back foot almost every time he lands it. Sometimes it doesn't look like there's all that much on it, but maybe he's got naturally heavy hands here, MURIITHI. Looking for the uppercut. Nice right hand to the body there from SMIAHLIKAU. Lead left hook again there from MURIITHI. And again, the more damaging work in this round has come from him. 20 seconds to go. And there goes the bell. Big deep breath there from SMIAHLIKAU, and he looks quite relaxed over in the other corner there, MURIITHI. I think his method is working pretty well here. 4-1 split in his favour at the end of the first round. And he needs to get this back. SMIAHLIKAU. And he did land some decent shots in that round. So what are we going to get from the judges? Well, we've got exactly the same, but the other way around. So a 4-1 split, and that tees it up perfectly. It couldn't be better. 5 scores of 1 round apiece. 19-19 on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. So this is absolutely up for grabs now. We haven't had too many of these, actually.
Third and final round.
They've been a bit of a rarity. Fights just teed up like this going into the final round. And they're going to have to dig deep here, the pair of them. SMIAHLIKAU trying to get on that jab, trying to make that work for him. That's a decent combination. Short right hand, and again, it's a good start to the round here from the fighter in blue. And then just pushes his man down. That'll get them both a little bit of a breather. Again, just looking to try and use that lead left hand here, SMIAHLIKAU. He's boxed a smart round so far as we head up to the midway stage of it. He's managed to just keep MURIITHI on the outside. He's got to come for him at some point, MURIITHI here. He absolutely has to. Good right hand there from the blue corner. And then just pressing down on his opponent. And this is good stuff from SMIAHLIKAU. It's clever stuff. It's intelligent stuff in the final round. With strong punches from the pair of them. The left got through from MURIITHI, but there are a couple of right hands there from SMIAHLIKAU. And the uppercut as well, just about got through. And they both agree, I think, just to have a little bit of a breather. Or maybe MURIITHI was looking just to fox his man a little bit there, relax and then shrug him off. But again, that's another good combination. He just needs to see this out now, SMIAHLIKAU, because MURIITHI just hasn't really been able to offer too much in this final round. And maybe the pace of the fight, because plenty's been thrown, has impacted on him. It could be that. And it's SMIAHLIKAU who just pushes him off there. He doesn't need to get careless here, though, because I think he's won this final round by a margin. And really just needs to avoid disaster in the final few seconds. Nice left hand there from him. And goes down to the body. There goes the clapper. Final fight of the session in Ring A. It's been another good session. And there goes the bell. And a touch of gloves. And that's a good final round for the fighter in blue. And he knows it, I think, as he wanders back to the corner. And so these two take their place in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecards for a unanimous decision in favor of your winner. In the blue corner, representing Belarus, Uladzislau SMIAHLIKAU.
So he's our final winner of this evening session, and it was a good fight, again a good competitive fight, and that's what we had pretty much all the way through. There were quite a few unanimous decisions, but it was very, very competitive and enjoyable to watch, and he had good success in the opening round, MURIITHI. I didn't think there was loads in the second round, to be honest, but he got it 4-1, SMIAHLIKAU, and then he did dominate the final round. There's absolutely no question about that. So good fights to watch. We kicked off with the 48 kilo minimum weight fighters and moved into the welterweights. Got a look at Mudin Kujayev, Asakuja Mudin Kujayev, an Olympic champion who looked very impressive against Rashield Williams. Arlen Lopez,